Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of GATE Geology 2015 question paper, and I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NET, GATE, GSI and other exams. Welcome to set 1. Coming to the first question. The shape of the earth is best described as A. Spheroid, B. Prolate ellipsoid, C. Ellipsoid, D. Oblate spheroid. So the correct option is the shape of the earth is best described as an oblate spheroid. Earth is an oblate spheroid, so which is a spear-like shape that's not perfectly round. It's flatter at the poles and rounder at the equator because of its spinning motion, which causes it to bulge in the middle. So this makes the earth look like a squished sphere. So the shape of the earth is best described as oblate sphere. Oblate spheroid, D is the correct answer. Next question. Hawaiian island chain is the result of A. Collision of two oceanic plates, B. Intraplate hotspot activity, C. Divergence of two oceanic plates, and D. Interplate hotspot activity. Hawaiian island chain is the result of intraplate hotspot activity. So the Hawaiian Islands are the result of intraplate activity. So this is specifically a volcanic hotspot. So the Hawaiian Islands, they are formed by a hotspot in the middle of the Pacific plate, so which is constantly moving. So the hotspot is a plume of the magma that releases magma to the surface of the earth. So as the plate moves over the hotspot, new volcanic islands are created in a chain. So Hawaiian Island is a chain is the result of intraplate hotspot activity. B is the correct option. Next question. In which one of the following configurations the electrodes are uniformly spaced? Choices are A. Schlumberger array, B. Pole dipole array, C. Werner array, D. Unequal lengths. The correct option is C. Werner array. In Werner array, the electrodes are uniformly spaced. So a Werner array is made up of 4 electrodes that are in a line and are equally spaced, and the outer 2 electrodes are the current electrodes and the inner 2 electrodes are the potential electrodes. So C. Werner array is the correct answer. Next question. In triclinic crystal system, the 3 crystallographic axes A, B, C are of A. Equal lengths with angle between B and C as 90 degrees, B. Equal lengths with angle between A and C and is not equal to 90 degrees, and C. Unequal lengths with angle between A and C is not equal to 90 degrees, and D. Unequal lengths with angle between B and C as 90. So the correct option is in triclinic system, the 3 crystallographic axes A, B, C are of equal length and the angle between A, B and C is 90. So A is the correct option. Next question. A landform that results from free fall of rock is called A. Talus slope, B. Eskers, C. Alluvial fan, and D. Debris flow. A landform that results from free fall of rocks is known as a talus slope. Talus slopes are the landforms that are created by the accumulation of rocks that have fallen from a cliff or a steep mountain. So talus slope is the correct answer. Next question. Which one of the following logging methods is not used to determine porosity? The choices given are A. Sonic, B. SP, C. Neutron, D. Gamma gamma. So the logging method which is not used to determine porosity is known as SP logging. SP logging or spontaneous potential logs, they have been used widely in petroleum industry to determine the lithology, bed thickness and the salinity of formation of water. This is very important, and SP is one of the oldest type of the logs and is still a standard curve. This is included in the left track of most of the electric logs. And the SP log is commonly called as a self-potential log or SP log. It is a passive measurement taken by oil industry well loggers to characterize the rock. So this method is not used to determine porosity. That's why B is the correct option. Next question. Identify the correct sequence of the electromagnetic waves in their increasing frequency. The choices given are A. Radio wave, microwave, infrared, visible, UV, X-ray. B. Radio wave, infrared, microwave, visible, UV, X-ray. C. Microwave, radio wave, infrared, visible, X-ray, ultraviolet. D. Infrared, visible, microwave, radio wave, X-ray, ultraviolet. So the correct option is the correct sequence of the electromagnetic waves in their increasing frequency is radio wave. Next is microwave, then infrared wave radiation. Next is visible wave or visible light, and followed by ultraviolet rays, which is followed by X-rays, and also next is gamma rays. So the correct sequence is A. Next question. Which one of the following sedimentary basin is related to extension? The choices given are A. 4 deep, B. Half graben. C. Piggyback. D. Forearc. The sedimentary basin which is related to extension is known as a half graben. Extension basins, they may appear to be caused by a graben, or this is nothing but a depressed block of land sinking between the parallel normal faults that dip towards the center of the graben from both sides. So in fact they are usually made of linked asymmetrical half grabens. So this is a sedimentary basin which is related to extension. So B is the correct answer. Next question. In a seismic section, paraconformity is marked by A. On-lap, B. Down-lap, C. Erosional truncation, C. Concordance. In seismic section, paraconformity is marked by concordance. So concordance, that means paraconformity is a type of unconformity in which the two rock masses strata are parallel. It is the case when the interface and the overlying or underlying stratum are defined in the same manner. In seismic section, paraconformity is marked by concordance. D is the correct option. Next question. Match the names listed in group 1 with the attributes listed in group 2. So in the group 1, like a Carlsberg Ridge, 90 degrees east ridge, C. Pranhita Godavari Basin, and Makran Coast are there. In group 2, aseismic, subduction, spreading, transform, rift are given. So the choices given are A. A5, B3, C1, D4, B. A3, B1, C5, D2, C. A3, B4, C1, D2, D. A1, B3, C5, D4. So by carefully observing, we had to match this and the correct option goes as B, that is Carlsberg Ridge. So this is for the spreading zone, and 90 degrees east ridge, this is present, it is as a aseismic ridge, and Pranhita Godavari Basin. So this is nothing but a rift zone, and Makran Coast is represented as a subduction zone. So that's why B is the correct option. Next question. In India, bituminous coal occurs at, the choices given are A. Parandaro, B. Palana, C. Naiveli, and D. Jeria. In India, the bituminous coal occurs at Jeria. Bituminous coal occurs in the Jeria coalfield in the Damodar River Valley in the northern part of the Jharkhand, India. And the Jeria coalfield is one of the oldest and the richest coal fields in India, and it produces bituminous coal that is suitable for coke. So D. Jeria is the correct option. Next question. The two most dominant elements in the earth are A. Oxygen and iron, B. Iron and magnesium, C. Oxygen and silicon, D. Iron and silicon. The two most dominant elements in the earth as a whole are oxygen and iron. A is the correct option. Next question. Which combination of sorting and roundness of sand grains results in highest permeability? A. Well sorted, poorly rounded, B. Well sorted, well rounded, C. Poorly sorted, poorly rounded, D. Poorly sorted, well rounded. So the combination of sorting and roundness of the sand grains which results in highest permeability is nothing but the well sorted and well rounded. So permeability, it refers to how easily water passes through the sediments and rock, and permeability is a function of the size of the pore openings, and if sediments are well sorted, pore spaces are uniformly sized, thereby allowing for the groundwater flow readily between the individual sediment particles. So that's why B, well sorted and well rounded, it results in highest permeability. Next question. Among the different gases in atmosphere, which one of the following pairs does not contribute to heating of the atmosphere? Choices given are A. Carbon dioxide and water, B. Nitrogen and oxygen, C. H2O and methane, D. H2O and ozone. The correct answer is nitrogen and oxygen. B is the correct answer, because nitrogen and oxygen, they do not contribute to the heating of the atmosphere because they do not absorb infrared radiation. So B is the correct option. Next question. The data of which one of the following active electromagnetic techniques can be used to correct static shift effect in magnetotelluric apparent resistivity data? A. Slingram, B. Turum, C. VLF, and D. TEM. The correct option is TEM. So data from the transient electromagnetic techniques, TEM, they can be used to correct static shift effects in the magnetotelluric, it's also known as MT, apparent resistivity data. Next question. Which one of the following is not a set of polymorphous minerals? Choices are A. Calcite, aragonite, veterite. B. Quartz, coesite, tridymite. C. Graphite, anthracite, diamond. D. Kyanite, sillimanite and andesite. So which are not a set of polymorphous minerals? So the correct option is, it goes as C, because the graphite, anthracite and diamond, so they are not a set of polymorphous minerals. Whereas if you take A, calcite, aragonite and veterite, this is also all of calcium carbonate and they are the polymorphous minerals. If you take SiO2, that is quartz, coesite and tridymite, so they are the polymorphous minerals. And kyanite, andesite and sillimanite, they are aluminosilicates. All these are the polymorphous forms. Whereas graphite, anthracite and diamond, so they are not a set of polymorphous minerals. So that's why C is the correct option. Next question. Chemical analysis reveals that basalts contain much more aluminium, that is Al2O3, nearly about 15% in composition to peridotite. So these are around aluminum oxide 4%. So this is because they contain A. very little olivine, B. higher proportion of pyroxene, C. feldspars as a dominant mineral and D. no quartz. So the analysis of the basalts, it reveals that it contains more aluminium in composition to the peridotites because they contain more feldspars. The feldspars are the dominant mineral and plagioclase is the dominant feldspar in mafic and intermediate volcanic rocks. So C is the correct option. Next question. Interlimb angle and shape of a fold is best studied in A. section parallel to the plunge of the fold axis, B. section parallel to the axial plane of the fold, C. section parallel to the dipping of the bedding in the fold, and D. section whose pole is the fold axis. The correct option is interlimb angle and shape of a fold is best studied in a section whose pole is the fold axis. So D is the correct option. Next question. Match the point group, that is HM symbol, Hermann-Morgan symbol, in group 1 with its corresponding general form in the group 2. In group 1, the Hermann-Morgan symbol as given, like 6-2m, 3/m, 4-2 and 4-2m. So in group 2, different forms of the crystals like ditetragonal dipyramid, tetragonal scalenohedron, trigonal dipyramid, tetragonal trapezohedron, hexagonal dipyramid are given, and the choices are A. A5, B1, C2, D4, B. A1, B3, C4, D2, C. A1, B3, C2, D5 and D. A3, B5, C2, D4 are given. So from this, the correct option, it goes as B, that is A1, B3, C4, D2. So 6-2m is represented by D-tetragonal bipyramid and 3/m is represented by trigonal bipyramid, and 4-2, this is represented as tetragonal trapezohedron, and 4-m, this is represented as tetragonal scalenohedron. So that's why B is the correct option. Hope you have followed the questions and content. See you in the next video. Your suggestions are most welcome. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.